Go. We welcome in Bill Zito, who put together this roster, which Paul Maurice has celebrated again and again in terms of praising where they are, a difference from a year ago to today. And we're thrilled to talk with you, Bill Zito. Congratulations on winning the East a second year in a row. What is it like this time around? What is the difference?
Well, I think Paul said it. I think this time we were a little more focused. Last time it was as if it was a little bit more of an achievement when we were able to advance. And this year it was a little more businesslike. After the game, we went down there and guys were working out. It was just part of the process and part of what they're doing to help themselves, hopefully continue to do well.
Hey, Billy, Tony Granato, congratulations on all the success so far. As you get ready for this big series, another big moment in your career, I remember going through different things at special times. You always think of people that helped you get there. Is there anyone in particular that you want to think about or thank or celebrate as you get ready for the finals?
Oh, yeah. There's so, as you guys all know, there's so many people along the way. Ironically, one guy who actually helped me a lot is Kenny Holland, who's a brilliant guy and a wonderful person. When I first went to the World Championships, I had talked to him, get centers, get as many centers as you can. And over my career, even when I was an agent and I was frustrated the hell out of him, he was always quick to lend advice and a hand. And it's funny, you mentioned that and kind of popped up in my head. So, yeah, I'll say thanks to Kenny.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's high praise.
Classy.
High praise for him. Listen, you played at Yale. Billy, you played at Yale, and I asked somebody once what kind of a player you were, and he said, imagine a Rottweiler on a bone. And
I'll double that from playing against him in the summers.
Okay.
Right on.
So there you go. So now I look at your team, and I see a bunch of Rottweilers who are after that bone, whether it's Kachuk or Bennett, Ryan Lomberg. Is that kind of what you had in mind when you were building this team?
Yeah, but I mean, I can't take it serious. I was with Dave Taylor and Billy O'Flaherty, who was scouting for LA at the time and who had remembered me when I played. And somehow the topic came up and someone said, oh, well, Billy was good in the room. And Billy O'Flaherty looks at Dave Taylor and goes, they don't flood the locker room, Dave.
That's true.
That was a good one. When we came in, there was obviously some talent here, some extraordinary people and players, and it's been well chronicled. And we just tried to add people who maybe had a dimension to their game, but also had some compete and were good people and could fit in with the group.
Billy, if you look back on it's been an unbelievable amount of right decisions you've made on the people you brought into the organization, whether it be coaches and staff or players or trades or whatever. If you can look at one defining moment that you said, okay, that's the key to helping us win this cup. Is there one, or is it just an accumulation of all of them?
Well, first off, our staff's unbelievable. I mean, it's the guys. It certainly isn't me that continues to find these players and recommend them and in the course of how we do things, debate it and stick up for the players that they've scouted and believed in. And but I don't think it's one particular player or acquisition as much as it is the common theme going through them that has worked out, and that is the buy-in to the team, to a man. And I think you can see it. It's not a novel concept, and I think it's no secret. These guys they all seem to care about each other, and they do. And maybe that's the link between all the different guys.
Billy, we talked a little bit about Paul Maurice earlier. We love him because he's a great soundbite.
Oh, yes, he is.
He's always got interesting things to say. It's amazing that the players really like him. And, it's kind of a fine balance between, liking your coach and playing for your coach. They're certainly playing for him. What has he brought to this team? And what are some of the things that maybe we don't get to see that you see up hand, close and personal?
Kindness, sincerity. He cares about the players so much. He's able to be harder on them because they trust him and they know that he cares and they know that he wants to win. And That's my opinion. And I think that's how he gets the most out of so many players. Because there's people you want to obey, and then there's people you don't want to let them down. And I think it's that.
Just so the fans at home know, this guy we're talking to right now, we asked you how to make this interview work, and you were cooperative beyond reason. And I think about Maurice and how agreeable he is, and you, how agreeable you are, and how unselfish everybody seems to be. Kachuk, all the right quotes, all the right things. The word culture gets thrown around a lot. How did you guys arrive at this culture?
Well, it was a little bit of a gift. With if you've ever had a chance to interact with Sasha and Aaron and some of those guys, it starts with them, and you know, they work so hard and they care and they want to win, and they don't care about themselves. They want the team to win. I don't know if you guys heard about the other night when Niko Mikkola gave the game puck after Game 5 in New York, and he gave it to Jona Gadjevic, who he hadn't played yet. He had been away for 10 teams having babies. And when he did that, the whole room stood up and gave him a standing ovation. And that's just the type of character, and a lot of it is just lucky that these guys are so exceptional.
Billy, I love the emotion, and I've known you for a long time now, and I respect everything you've done to get to where you are, and it's not a surprise to me, so congratulations on all that. I think as you get closer now, the puck's going to drop real soon now. What do you fear in Edmonton, obviously the McDavid, as you get ready and the challenges that you're going to face here? What are the things that you're thinking about now that you have to do to win? Good question for you, Billy.
I don't know. Rest the whole team. No, I mean they're so good. And Connor McDavid, wow. The other night when he scored that goal, I don't think there's a person who's in hockey or who's a fan who didn't look at the person next to them and say, "Wow." And if you were sitting alone, you grab your phone and you texted someone like, "Did you see that?" They're a great team. They're deep. They compete. They defend. Outstanding goalie. No, it's a daunting challenge.
Billy, you mentioned Sasha earlier, and I'm assuming you're talking about Barkov. Underrated still, I think, and you get to see him up close and personal. You see him on a daily basis. What can you tell us about him, not only as a player, but as a person?
I'm going to gush for hours. He is an extraordinary person who, until you're here, and I think it was Keith Yandel who said it first to maybe Claude Giroux. After one practice, Claude said, I never knew he was that good. And I don't know who it was, but it was somebody that came in and Keith said, "You have no idea. He'll be even better tomorrow." And you could ask Paul Maurice about that as well. It's hard to describe, but just as a human being, he is that guy that everybody talks about. His selflessness, his care about the team, and he's driven. He wants to win. He pays the price. He's disciplined. I'm going on and on. I should be his agent.
You have that on your resume, and hopefully...
Kudos to Todd Diamond. No,
That's great. We love chatting with you. Thanks for making the time, and good luck in the Cup final.
Thank you, Billy.
Thanks, guys.